All right, Los Angeles Rams faithful, thank you for coming on in here. You guys have a lot of draft picks, right? You get it. You guys have a lot of draft picks. Those F-Stim picks, they're coming to roost today. So I'm going to try to go through this as fast as possible, but still give you guys a litany amount of information for most of these guys. First pick, and also, this is the thing, right? I'm trying to think of what Sean McVay would do. Right, so Sean McVay, he's such a different type of thinker. He and the GM, I can't remember his name right now. Good looking dude, but I understand what he looks for with Sean McVay. I understand what he looks for. I understand that he goes for smaller schools. He likes energy guys. He likes rah-rah guys. He likes guys that are very technically sound, may not be the most physically imposing, may not be the most physically gifted, but the dudes that are all around football players. He looks for football players, which is something that came to roast when you guys are down multiple dudes within your offensive line and they just kind of figure things out offensive line wise. And so I'm looking at the offensive line and you guys got your crap together at the back end of the season. Of course, Stafford, he gets touched too many times, 2-3 sacks go by a little bit too many times for my liking. The secondary is something that I really had a tough time, putting a pin on to see how you guys go with secondary. I don't know if you guys see it as a valuable position with young players. I know you guys like to go for veterans within the secondary. So I did a little bit of soul searching there. And I just think you guys, without a shadow of a doubt, you need that defense to be more locked in. And so with the first pick, pick 19 for the Los Angeles Rams, you guys are going to be drafting the kid out of Los Angeles out of UCLA. Latu, absolute beast. He was at the Senior Bowl. We did not have an opportunity to speak with him. He was one of the higher echelon type of guys out there. He only had the big time media talking to him. Overall grade at a 96.3, guys. That might be the highest overall grade that I have seen since doing this whole debacle. I don't even know if Joe Burrow had that high of a grade. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I can't remember, but especially defensively, 96.3, absolutely phenomenal. 12 sacks in 2022, 15 sacks in 2023. 19 might be a gamble to get him, for sure. Maybe you guys go up and spend some capital, spend some late round picks to go up and get him, but to get that kid out of Los Angeles would be absolutely stellar. Pass rush grade at a 94.3, true pass set pass rush grade at a 94.5, run defense grade at an 82.3. And this is another beautiful thing. Every one time every 4 reps, he is beating his tackle at a 26.2 pass rush win rate. Guys, that is phenomenal numbers. Get that guy into your building as soon as possible. Los Angeles kid, go put up a package to go get him. I think he'll do great things for you guys. And I'm using the PFF mock draft, so he was available at 19. So we took him. Now, in the second round, Tyler Nubin, safety out of Minnesota. This is currently the number 1 safety that I have graded. I think he has he's an instinctual safety. He has this knack for finding the ball, especially in the run defense aspect of it. Great coverage guy. Overall grade at 89.2, coverage grade at a 90.1. The run defense grade is at a 70.2. I'm not buying it. I am seeing how this kid is able to filter out the run. He's able to sniff out the run. He takes good angles. I rarely do this with PFF and disagree with the grade, or unless there's something that I'm not seeing, but he has a knack for the ball. He gets his nose to the ball. But even if so, the problem is with the secondary all year, we've talked about it through our videos, is having their eyes in the backfield and leaving these monumental big plays behind the secondary. I think his name is Josh Johnson or John Johnson, the older safety that you guys have. He has to leave. You guys got a younger there. 100%. He's got to get out of the building, unfortunately. Maybe he can be a third option at safety, but I think you guys can get younger, get a little bit more nimble within that department. And then in the third round, Peyton Wilson, linebacker out of North Carolina. Absolute magnet to the ball. I think he is another addition to the defense. I don't think you guys have great linebackers whatsoever, or consistently great linebackers, or maybe I even say playmaking consistent linebackers. And I think this Peyton Wilson kid out of North Carolina State does great things. Only 6 missed tackles this past season, 12 missed tackles in the past 2 seasons. And if you look at other linebackers, they're getting, 11, 12. I think Jeremiah Trotter, I think he missed 12, 13 tackles in this 2023 season. So this kid is an absolute magnet to the ball, and that's what you guys need. You need a linebacker that's going to be able to take authority, to set tones, and to stop the freaking run. Run defense graded at 83.7, pass rush grade at a 76.6, and then the coverage grade at a 90.4. So beautiful things with that. And once again, it's 92 tackles solo, 31 tackles that are assisted tackles. He broke some record, some North Carolina State record, or some division record with tackles. He broke some record with tackles, and so we love that. Kyrie Jackson, corner out of Oregon. I just think you guys need to get a lot more competition within that cornerback room. I also think, this is another position where, like I said, you guys like to go veteran. You guys like to go scheme, fit. Things got to be perfect that way. But to get Kyrie Jackson, Oregon corner, overall graded at 80.5, I think he just would be, and he's a bigger corner. I think he'd be the closest thing to Jalen Ramsey. Not saying he is Jalen Ramsey at all. I'm not saying that, but the closest thing to it since he has left the building. Coverage grade at 77.4, run defense grade at 82.2, and then zone coverage grade at a 74.9. He's a disciplined guy, doesn't have the best feet, but very physical, and he's definitely going to get his nose into the run game, so I love him for that. And then, of course, you guys, you're going to have to get some technician receiver. You're going to have to get somebody that's shifty, or he does something really great, or he's just a football guy, or rah-rah dude. And so Luke McCaffrey out of Rice, yes, the little brother of Christian McCaffrey, former quarterback at Rice, turned receiver. And so isn't that not the prototype for a player that Sean McVay wouldn't draft? That is clearly the prototype. Former quarterback turned receiver. The technique will be sound. Overall graded at 80 run, receiving grade at 82.7. He was at the Senior Bowl. Made a lot of great plays. He wasn't one of the best out there, but once again, McVay is a scheme-oriented dude. A lot of the times, even, I think Puka did some great things at BYU for sure. But most of the time, I personally believe it's the scheme that really helps these players shine bright, very, very bright. And so I think Luke McCaffrey has a very high opportunity to just join the group. I'm not saying he's going to be the number 1 or number 2, but I don't think he's going to take Demarcus Robinson's job if y'all are able to bring him back and make things work. But he is going to be a valuable piece, I believe. And Javon Foster, like I said, I think the tackles, I think your offensive line bode really well at the back end of the season, for sure. But we get offensive tackle and Javon Foster out of Missouri, 6'5", 319. So I do know Mr. McVay likes them big with the tackles and just wants to see some type of consistency, some type of athleticism. Run block grade at 86.5, pass block grade at 80.9, zone grade at a 91.3, but the gap grade at a 62.9. If memory serves me correctly, y'all are definitely more of a gap scheme type of team, but I know you guys do both. I think it just depends on the team that y'all are playing, but I like him for you guys. A good swing tackle, good replacement tackle. And then my gadget guy, you guys are going to get some type of gadget dude, whether it be a Tutu Atwell type of guy. I feel like Puka Nacua to an extent was a gadget guy that just, sprang out to be a superstar. But Dylan Laube, and of course we are not cursing the name of Kyron Williams whatsoever. I am not doing that. 1,000-yard rusher as a rookie and missing like 4 or 5 games or something like that. Absolutely phenomenal. But he is just a gadget dude. Dylan Laube did some great things at the Senior Bowl. He was the guy that was like, no one knew who he was. So once again, a small school, New Hampshire Wildcat. So that's up McVay's alley. Gadget type of dude, up McVay's alley. Scheme-oriented kind of dude, up McVay's alley. This guy is a rah-rah dude. He's a hard worker. He's all football. He talks actually like McVay now. I'm thinking about it in full time. Go listen to a conversation or an interview with him. He talks just like him. And rushing grade at a 79, zone grade at a 75, gap grade at a 76. So just consistent across the board, which is also something that McVay loves. And so we go on to pick 191 in the 6th round, Jasheen Davis. And I just think you guys need, of course, maybe you guys go defense a little bit more as I'm looking at this mock draft within the trenches, that is, because I think the whole issue with that Lions game. I think the whole issue within the playoffs and really within the whole season was a lack of outside pressure within the defensive ends. I already know you guys, he's breaking my brain right now. I can't think of the young rookie defensive tackle that you guys had. I think he led all rookies in sacks. Just an Aaron Donald cutout, pretty much. Frick. I'm forgetting his college. I am so sorry. I love the kid. Something tells me it's not Iowa or it's not Notre Dame. I can't remember, but I love what the kid brought to the table. Of course, you have Aaron Donald in the middle, but you need outside pressure. Jasheem Davis out of Wake Forest, motor guy. Motor. Each season, he's gotten at least 7 sacks. This past season, he got 8, 30 hurries in 2023, 25 hurries in 2025. Pass rush grade at an 86-point run defense grade at a 76.6. And so he is an engine that doesn't stop, which is right up McVay's alley. A guy that's just going to be able to run to the football. There are so many plays where he is on the far left hash and he is running down the offensive line's backside to get a tackle within the backfield all the way around the right out of bounds line. So just an engine that doesn't stop. I do not think this guy is going to end up in the 6th round when all said is done. I think he's going to jump up there, but as of right now in the PFF mock, we got him going to you guys. And then just quarterback, Carter Bradley out of South Alabama. He was at the Senior Bowl. Didn't look great. Didn't look absolutely phenomenal. The Senior Bowl is actually taken at South Alabama, so I think that's why he was actually there. But McVay, there's going to be some quarterback that has certain type of traits. This kid is pretty tall, and I think he can run a little bit. And so that's McVay for you. Be a little bit ability to run, can command an offense, which he did. He was very much getting everybody acclimated to the offense at the Senior Bowl. He showed a lot of control, a lot of poise. And I just think you guys might go quarterback in the back end of things to give Stetson Bennett a little bit of competition. Of course, he's not going to be taking the job of Matthew Stafford. And then Jauntry Hunter, small school, Georgia State, something that I was really picking in on. And then this kid is going to be a special teams, lord for y'all almost immediately. But then I think he has definitely a big chance to get on the field in due time. Run to the ball, never see him stop running to the ball. 75 tackles, solo, 29 assisted, 25 missed tackles, right? So when he gets there, he does lay the wood, but sometimes when he gets there, he's not all the way there. And so that's why I believe he's going to be a special teams magnet. I do believe you guys draft for special teams. And like I said, he's not afraid to hit. He's not afraid to put his nose into something, but he's going to have to learn how to securely wrap up and stuff like that. And then your last pick in the NFL draft is just corner, and Daquan Hardy. He's a smaller corner. He played it pretty much primarily in the slot. Just going to be a gadget guy for you guys, guy that you guys can try to work into the thick of things. But we all know McVay at the back end of these drafts, it's going to be some dude that you never heard of in a position you didn't think you needed, and he's going to turn out to be some type of freaking magnet for the ball or some freaking superstar. This is just what he does. He's an absolute phenomenal drafter. But once again, let's go through it. Latu. Samoan Hawaiian names, whatever type that is, they're tough for me. Edge out of UCLA, that's going to be our first round pick. Round 2, it's going to be Tyler Nubin, safety out of Minnesota. Round 3, Peyton Wilson. I really love that for y'all, North Carolina State linebacker. Another round 3 pick is going to be Kyron Jackson out of Oregon, cornerback. Luke McCaffrey in the 5th round, wide receiver out of Rice. Javon Foster, tackle out of Missouri in the 5th round. And then in the another 5th round pick is Dylan Laube, halfback out of New Hampshire University. Rasheem Davis, edge defender out of Wake Forest in the 6th round. And also in the 6th round, Carter Bradley, quarterback out of South Alabama. Another 6th round pick, and Jauntry Hunter, linebacker out of Georgia State. And then the final pick in the 6th round, Daquan Hardy out of Penn State, cornerback. And so, of course, I think what you guys are going to do is package a lot of those picks on the bottom and go up and get a guy you really like, go up and get a guy that you really believe is going to fit the scheme, whether it be offensively or defensively, and y'all are going to hit. I think you guys have a great ability to get these young guys in, mold them. Everyone counted it out this past season. You turned a lot of heads. Not mine. I was always with y'all. You already know that. Like, comment, and subscribe.